Mikel Arteta has signed a new 3-year contract at Arsenal Football Club. What do you guys think of that? And it's a big show of faith to announce this ahead of the North London derby. Now, for me, say what you want about the manager. Big up Mikel Arteta for the rebuild. He has changed our fortunes at this football club. Back-to-back 8 finishes now to, aspiring to win Premier League trophies. And the conversation has shifted towards Arsenal getting over the line against Manchester City. Of course, you look at how our fans look at the club. There's a lot of unity inside and outside the football club. We've got, a great bunch of players. All the things that we want to see are not quite there yet because we want trophies, but all the things that we've said that we wanted to see at Arsenal Football Club have been done. Now, say what you want about Mikel Arteta. I think he's shown big bollocks pause to obviously take this job as his first job, and the climate around this football club was very different to when he first took over. So big up Mikel Arteta for that. Let's not act naive and act like 24 hours ago Arsenal and were probably sat there with Mikel Arteta thrashing out this contract. I've always maintained, and I think this was done for a while, and obviously now's the time to announce it. And again, it's just another bit of news for Arsenal. We've had injuries, suspensions, crazy Odegaard stuff. North London derby provides a lot of talking points, and I can't wait to hear Mikel Arteta's pre-Tottenham Hotspur press conference, people, because there's a lot to cover. But yeah, a few moments ago, David Ornstein obviously announced it's a 3-year deal. I don't know how you lot feel on a 3-year deal, because obviously, it's a manager. They're not going to sign for extended terms like a player, for example. And it's smart from Arteta because, within the next 12 to 18 months, you've got to negotiate a better deal and whatnot. And again, the conversation has shifted to winning league titles. Whatever you say about Mikel Arteta, if he was to become available today, there's a lot of top clubs that would take him. And there's probably a lot of top clubs that are monitoring his development in the greatest of respectful ways to Mikel Arteta. I do believe, he would, he is someone that people are looking at. He's a baby in managerial terms. This is his first job, and I don't expect him to manage into his later years like Arsene Wenger or Ferguson, but you get where I'm going with it. And to be honest with you, I've got a video coming out in relation to me attending my first Arsenal match as in the press box. I've watched Mikel Arteta's live the post Brighton press conference, and obviously it's a bit of a shame that we didn't get 3 points, so he's not going to be in jovial spirits. But there's something about Mikel Arteta, and I don't mean this in any funny sort of way, but there's some aura that man has. Now, aura doesn't correlate to winning trophies. I'm just pointing that out, people. But yeah, David Ornstein announced it on The Athletic, and I'm sure Arsenal.com would have offered their own opinion as well. But at the time of making this video, 26 minutes ago, Mikel Arteta agrees new 3-year Arsenal contract. Mikel Arteta has committed his long-term future to Arsenal by agreeing a new contract, which will secure him to the Emirates Stadium until 2027. Arteta's previous deal was scheduled to expire at the end of this season, but both parties have now moved to eliminate any uncertainty with a 3-year extension now in place. Now, obviously, you've got a lot of existing players and some recent recruits. That tells them that Mikel Arteta is here for the long term. Again, it could provide a bit of a boost, really and truly, ahead of the North London derby. Mikel Arteta has been here since 2019. Is it just me, or it feels like life has gone very quickly? This is Mikel Arteta's 6th year, I believe, at the club. 3rd where you're talking about title aspirations. We all know he's an FA Cup winner with Arsenal Football Club, and we need to just go and win some major trophies, really. So yeah, big up Mikel Arteta on that, people. If I was to go on Arsenal.com, maybe it's so early they haven't even announced it, people. Yeah, they haven't. It's just a David Ornstein exclusive, people. So I guess we'll do a live stream and speak about it more in depth. Yeah, but shout out to Mikel Arteta. Again, I believe the conversation has shifted now away from the rebuild. I think everyone can see Mikel Arteta is in a nice way a genius, a madman. The tactics, the innovativity that he's shown, the difficult decisions around keeping and letting certain players go, around just making Arsenal competitive again, and those fine margins. We've been improving year after year, and I would say, excluding this year, the last 3 years in particular, so the year we missed out, I believe, to Spurs, I believe, where we was fighting for the Champions League, and the last 2 years, I think there's been steady improvement, and it's not been perfect. I don't think the players, Mikel Arteta or Edu, have got 100% of things right, but definitely in the post Arsene Wenger era, we're doing okay, and definitely during the Emirates era, this has probably been the best climate as an Arsenal fan. I know we've had the Leicester season, we've obviously had some great individual games at the Emirates, but in terms of delivering a Premier League title that hasn't been done at the Emirates Stadium or hasn't been achieved for what, 20 odd years now. There's Arsenal fans that haven't seen that. I think this has been the best period. But again, if you've got a new contract, if you've been here for so long, if we rate you that much, if the money that you spent's been spent, if the caliber of players that we have at the club are there, the conversation now shifts to major honours. Now, I would describe the Champions League for Arsenal as impossible, the Premier League as improbable. Of course, I'd love to be proven wrong, and I want us to aspire all the way. The FA Cup we need to bring home. I do think, I wouldn't say, what I mean by this is, I wouldn't say Arteta has to win a trophy or going to get the sack. You've just signed a new deal, regardless, people. You know, fans might be dismayed about the transfer window. You know, he's going to sign a new deal regardless. There's going to be pressure now. And I think for Mikel Arteta's sake, it would be great for him to win, Arsenal as well, and obviously myself. It'd be great to see him win a trophy just to get some monkeys off his back, if I'm completely honest. Although, even if he won an FA Cup, the goalpost would shift to, all of this for just 2 FA Cups, and how many years apart were they? So, yeah, man, I mean, you know, at the time of making this video, this is just a quick update. Obviously, I'll get a live stream for you lot, people. Go in and we'll condense all the Arsenal news and have a debate and whatnot. But in relation to David Ornstein's article, that's all I've got to say. Once again, let me know your thoughts. Congratulations to the manager. And where's my manners? You know, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, in some cases, good night at the time of you lot listening. Big up you lot. Again, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Let's boost the YouTube algorithm, people. We're trying to get to 70k. So on that note, stay safe, stay blessed. Peace. Always